Orisa is a problem. Season 13 just started, and with the new Junkenstein mode, the My Hero collab, and the map changes, content-wise, it's off to a pretty good start. That is, if we ignore the balance. Without getting into the problems with the latest balance patch, I'm gonna focus on a character that, without any changes, has managed to soar and stay dominant at the top of the game. Obviously, this is our local horse. Even when D.Va was terrorizing the game, Orisa was still strong, but since she got knocked down, it's now Orisa's turn. This isn't even something only in my Diamond games. This is something also happening at the highest levels in LCS, where Orisa is doing great, and with no changes, will continue to do so. So, we know Orisa is strong. How do we bring her back in line? Realistically, if they touch Orisa, they're just gonna pick one ability and lower its number. That's what they did to D.Va, it's what they did to Juno, and it's their quick go-to fix when a character is strong. This style of balance only treats the symptom but not the cause. So what makes Orisa strong? Right now, Orisa is exceptionally fantastic at staying alive and bullying the other tank. Most of the time when I play a game and they start Orisa, I usually end up mirroring Orisa because getting bullied and pushed back by all of her cooldowns feels exhausting. Looking at her kit, I'm a fan of Javelin and her ult. I like these two abilities a lot more than her other two. I think Javelin has a lot of potential for skill expression and is a great example of how a tank ability can set up a kill instead of just securing it by itself. When it comes to her ult, the only change I would suggest is to make the pull stronger or wind up faster, and counteract this by once again making this an ability blockable by shields. I think it's a stupid exception to what shields can block, and feels very frustrating when you're both sucked in and slowed, and can't even use the shield to block the damage. That being said, in general, her ult is pretty bad, so this isn't a very high priority suggestion. Overall, with her ult, I do love the playmaking you can do with pull, and I was glad they were able to keep the pull in some fashion for Overwatch 2. Now, onto the problem child, Orisa's Fortify. Currently, this is a 45% damage reduction, gives Orisa 100 overhealth, and makes her gun overheat less, so she can shoot more. If they do a number adjustment, I hope they tone down Fortify's effectiveness. This ability is fundamentally flawed because its sole purpose is to be defensive and has very little to zero proactivity the player can do with it. Compare this to Winston's Bubble or Junker Queen Shout. Both of these abilities can be used defensively but are far more potent when used to make a play rather than shut one down. Fortify also only works on Orisa, so it's not like she can provide her team with cover or even use it to take space because it comes with an active movement penalty. If they take some power away from Fortify, I would love for it to be transferred to her Spear Spin in some manner, because that ability can be used actively, and if it was longer or on a resource meter, there could be more potential with her kit rather than just shutting down the tank and not dying. A quick note on Fortify, if they nerf Fortify, this would also nerf her ult because her ult is already not good, so I hope they can nerf Fortify without making her ult even worse. Right now, the reason I find Spear Spin frustrating is because the Orisa can use the ability poorly and just not get punished because of how great Fortify is as a get out of jail free card. So, if Fortify does get nerfed, I'd be fine with that power being transferred to Spear Spin since it's an ability that can be used proactively rather than reactively. At the end of the day, regardless of how Blizzard does it, Orisa needs to be taken care of. She's not fun to play into or to watch. She's too dominant for too little effort. What do you think should be done with Orisa?